Ever been left speechless by the ridiculousness of modern dating? Or maybe you're more old school. Yeah, like seriously, what were we thinking with those pickup lines in the 90s? This is I'll Explain All This Later, the podcast where we dissect the crazy world of relationships. From dating app disasters to in-law interventions, we'll cover it all. Now, some of our takes might be a little hot, but hey, that's what you get when you press play and tune in. We'll explain the logic behind it all. Eventually. Anyway, let's dive in. Here are your hosts, Big Smash, Nira Muhammad, and Rose Gold.
Already know what it is, right? We back. We back. Welcome to the I'll Explain All This Later podcast. I am your boy Big Smash with the one and only Miss Nira in the building. What up?
Hello.
Shout out to Miss Rose, man. We she got a lot of things happening right now, so we're gonna definitely get her in here as soon as we can. So, Miss Nira, how you doing?
You know, I'm great. I'm mom tired, but I'm good.
Facts. Hey, listen, y'all already know what it is, man. Tonight is another episode. This is the second episode, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. Listen, Miss Nira, why don't you get a lovely good people to tonight's scenario so we can go ahead on and dive into this?
All right, let's do it. Ooh. So you're in a long distance relationship and your partner suddenly becomes less communicative.
Okay.
In a long distance relationship and your partner becomes less communicative. What's that
In
about?
other words, they fucking. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. They fucking.
Can I just start with, I don't do long distance relationships. I don't really believe in them for me personally.
You can do them. You just gotta have a lot of patience with long distance relationships. But
I don't want to.
Listen, I don't recommend it, but I have done it. I did long distance relationships, but the thing about it was I can't really say it was long distance because I was there like every other weekend. So
that's still long distance though. If I can't, for me, see, I'm so bad that I feel like if I can't just like drive to your house on the whim and come see you or vice versa, then to me it's like that's long distance.
They were 6 hours away.
Yeah, that's long distance for me.
So I was doing that every other weekend, and because they had kids, it was really impossible for them. I got kids, but I had a little bit more time on my hands. Right. So it got to be too much for me. Like I'm really making all these trips just to come back on the weekend, just to come back home, just to wait 2 weeks. Like you got to have a lot of patience.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry. I want to be able to see my bae like after a long day of work. Or
facts.
Like, hell, sometimes I want to see before work. Sometimes I just be like, you know what? We going in late today because I'm going to have to go see him before I go in. Like, that's just, but again, like you have to be very honest with yourself and where you're personally at when it comes to relationships in general. So for me, I know the long distance doesn't work for me. I've had a lot of guys try because, I'm from Baltimore and I'm a transplant here in LA. So I've had so many guys like, oh, I've always wanted to come to LA. Let me come out there. Let me take you out. First of all, if you weren't taking me out to eat back when I was in Baltimore, why the hell would I want you to fly all the way out to LA to take me out?
Because it's the thrill now.
No, thank you. I'm good.
It's the thrill now. See, now you're not as accessible. And that's what it was for me.
The thing is, I never was accessible. That's the key part.
Yeah. Because
like I was accessible then, and I'm not now.
Long distance relationships are cool to a sense. It gives you space. It gives you, you don't have to be around this person 24/7. It makes when y'all are around each other that much more special because you're on the clock. So everything that we're doing now, we have to take advantage of it because we're on the clock. So I think with long distance relationships, they are cool. And like I said, I have done it, but in all actuality, you got to establish a couple boundaries, a couple ground rules with that, because it's easily very tempting to get tempted because if somebody is throwing you the ass and your girl is way away, it gets lonely. It does. It really does. And it bothered me for a minute, but the love and the dedication was there. Now, there have been some long-term relationships that I wasn't really feeling. So when I did get quiet, or when I didn't answer the phone every hour on the hour, if I wasn't texting, if I wasn't communicating, I was cheating. I'm just gonna put it out there. I was cheating.
That's crazy.
And I'm an honest person nowadays. So
nowadays, heavy on the nowadays. Heavy.
Yeah, heavy on the nowadays. Because back then, I will give you sweet nothings. Hey, baby, you are the only one. I just miss you so bad. I miss you so much. And at the same time, it's like I'm getting ready. I'm putting on cologne. I'm cleaning up the crib because I got a tenderoni coming through to the crib. So, but you got to play with their mind, y'all. That's what long distance relationships is. It's
and that's why it's not even worth it. But I think there's certain situations like, did someone get like a new job and like move away, or like did y'all like? For me, that's what I kind of like think about. Like, I'm not just gonna meet some guy who lives in Vegas and I live out here in Hollywood. Like, bro, I'm not. That's 250 miles. I'm not about to travel back and forth. Like, I'm just, and that's like a few less hours.
What if they flying you out though?
No, I just don't want to. But see, I just don't want to do it because I just like, again, I'm a single mom. Well, not I hate to say that. I'm a single woman. I'm not a single mom. They have a very active father. But me being a single woman that I am, and me wanting to be close to my children, I might not always have that flexibility. Sometimes it might be easier for me to see you in the middle of the day when they're at school, or whatever the case may be. So for me, I need that flexibility in that, like,
hold on. Don't do that. Don't speed past that. I might need to see you when they in school. Now, just say the kids is gone. Them 8:00 a.m. booty calls work a little different now because the kids is gone, and you can get a little nasty until like 3:00. Hey, listen, you talking to a man that know all about them type of phone calls. Yeah, the kids going to school, they getting on the bus right now. Oh,
listen, I teach, but like the way that my schedule is set up now, I'm a specialist, so I might go in a little late. I ain't saying I ain't going to work, but that's real talk though. Like that's just where I'm at. Sometimes I want it in the afternoon. Like and not only that, it's not even just about the sex for me. I think it's just about that companionship in general. Like maybe I just want to lay in bed with your ass, eating some fucking Cheetos and watching our show. Like, see, it could be. It's not even just always about the sex.
See, I'm different.
Not saying I don't want the sex.
Long distance relationships for me is most definitely about the sex, because I know that we have been away from each other for so long that now,
that's why
this sex is going to hit different. You get to explore a little bit more. But I think, like I said earlier, you have to have a lot of patience for long distance. You do.
But I think that when you're with the right person, the sex doesn't even get old or boring. Because I can honestly say when I was married,
cheat a little less.
Yeah, but I can honestly say, like, prior to getting married, I thought in my mind, and this was based off of Bad Boys. I don't know why, as a kid, my mother wasn't married. Just throw it out there. My mother was a single mom. So my vision of a marriage was kind of based off of like TV shows and movies that I watched. And I don't know why it always stuck with me, but like in Bad Boys, Martin's character Marcus always complained that him and his wife never had sex. And so in my mind, and people always joked about that shit in like TVs and movies, like, oh, married couples don't have sex. So I thought when I got married that like sex was gonna be one of those things that like after a while it just kind of like dims away, but it never did. Like it was always still explosive sex. But I think it's just because me and him both just were good in bed, and that's just what it was. So I think when you have a compatible sex partner or person that you're dealing with, then the sex kind of always is just explosive. Maybe that's just me.
And see, I'm gonna go out on a whim and say this: long distance relationship might be the best relationships for me. At one point,
I felt like
now, no. I'm too clingy. But back then, because of who I was, long distance relationships work. Like I had long distance relationships with two of my children's mothers because I had moved to Minnesota and they were still in Chicago. So I was having long distance relationships with them at the same time. Long story. I think that was the best for me because it allowed me to be focused. You know what I'm saying? I was focused. Huh?
You had 2 relationships.
See, they was with my kids' mother, so it's different. Cause you know what I'm saying? They wasn't just regular smuggler women. Like, we had attachments, we had a bond, you know what I'm saying? So it was a 2-for-1. So when I traveled to Chicago, I had 2 situations. The Saturday I'm here, Sunday I'm here, Friday night I'm in a mixture with somebody else, but Saturday is all you, Sunday is all you. I got you.
Why do I have to be the one to put up with this? Why me? Why me?
I'm just saying, like, you know,
I'm a very faithful person. Even when I was cheated on, I was still faithful. Like,
see,
look, I'm single and I'm faithful to the dude I've been dealing with.
I was faithful in a sense, because when I'm with you, I'm with you.
I don't like STDs. I don't like my pH balance being thrown off. I don't like the idea of multiple men being inside of me. I don't like the exchange of energy with a bunch of different guys. I pay a lot of attention to my body as a woman, and I love being a woman. And I'm not about to have a bunch of different dudes running up in me. I'm just not doing that.
That was the best
part. I'm a woman, so it's a little different, you know.
That was the best part of long distance relationships to me, because when I was in Minnesota, it allowed me to have my peace. It allowed me to be focused. All right, look, I'm here to handle business so I can get these kids together, so I can get this house together, so I can get this life together. I'm here to handle business. If you are around me, I tend to get distracted. So long distance relationship worked at that time in my life, because I came up here with a goal. I came up here with a mind frame. So we're going to handle this, and then it's work hard now and play later. Yeah. So because I felt like relationships tore me down. I was in a space where I always had to be in a relationship. I've never been single until I was like 32.
Yes. Yeah, same. When did I separate? It was in 2022. Look, I'm over here trying to do math. And I'm a math specialist. It's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got married. I had just turned 23. A month after I turned 23 years old, I got married. So I feel you. Like, and before that, I had boyfriends. Like, it was always a boyfriend. So this is probably the longest I've been single these past 3 years.
There are some benefits of long distance relationship, because I've had relationships with women that lived in different states. You get to travel. You get to see the world. I was the Greyhound Bandit back in those days. If I can get there.
Greyhound Bandit?
If I can get there on the Greyhound, we in there. So there was some benefits of being in long distance relationships. No. I think I honestly believe that it can be done. You know what I'm saying? You just got to have that mind frame that, hey, we going to make it. We going to pull through. Yeah. We going to get it done. You got to think about, is he or she worth waiting for? You know what I'm saying?
But so that's a good part. That's a good point. What is the plan to not be long distance? Is there a plan to not be long distance? How long can a long distance relationship last?
Listen, if we got an end game to where we are eventually going to be back together again, if we had just came from being together, then you have my attention. We can make it work. But if the plan is we just see each other when we in town and we fuck, we kick it, we hang out, we do all that, I'm gonna let you know off top, that won't work for me, because I need to have an end game. Am I moving? Are you moving? What are we doing here? How are we doing?
Yeah, like this? That's the thing. It's like, is this forever? You know, like,
because you got to think about it. These are some of the questions you can ask yourself. Is he or she worth waiting for? Are they feeling
how long am I waiting?
Are you feeling the same way that I do? Am I kidding myself thinking that this can work? Would I be better off dating the mailman instead? At least he or she comes to my house every day. Does my girlfriend, boyfriend even exist, or is this just an elaborate Nigerian credit card scam? You got to ask yourself these questions. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to end up on Catfish and Neef and old girl come out investigating and find out that you just being used.
That's why I asked, like, is this someone that you were like, y'all live, and it's not for you personally, but just in general, like, how did the long distance relationship start? Did y'all meet online? Or was this like a situation where y'all both lived in the same city and old girl or old boy got a promotion and their job is like, oh, well, we want to move you here and we're paying you $50,000 more to go relocate, then that's like a different situation. But I know couples that'll move. Like, it's interesting because my son's like third grade teacher. Her boyfriend got a job in Colorado, so she just like moved in the middle of the school year. Not when he was in her class. She moved in with her boyfriend because he got a new job. So that's another thing. Like, are you willing to relocate for your person?
Sometimes you gotta go.
Sometimes you gotta go.
You just got to go. Like, and even if that person, okay, so say the job situation, you got a good high paying job in Colorado, you in Cali. If the money is good and it's going to build the foundation for what you're trying to do, I'll be a fool to tell you not to do it. You go do that. We'll figure us out. If we're married or if we're in a long-term relationship, we'll figure that out. If we're just fucking, I'd catch you in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? I'll make a trip. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But my whole thing is we still got to have an end game. If you're going to take that job, me and the kids going to meet you in 6 months. We going to meet you in 4 months. We going to meet you in 3. We have to have a plan. I'm not just going to tell you just to go. And I feel like for my wife, I do a long distance relationship. For a long-term relationship, I do a long-distance relationship. For a woman that I just
rather move with you if I was your wife. Like, if I'm your wife, I'm moving with you. There's no ifs about it.
You got to figure it out too. I got a job too.
I mean, I can get a job. I can get a job anywhere.
True enough.
For me as an educator, I'm always needed.
Like, True enough. I like that. So, but say long distance relationships are hard because you might have a fucked up day at work and you just need some ass. You just need some head. You need a hug. You need a kiss. You need to be told. I just
want to be held sometimes. I just want to laugh, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and like you were saying about the space thing, like, I don't have to live with my significant other. Like, I just want to be close enough that we're a quick drive away from each other, that if you're you know, you want to be around me and I want to be around you, we can easily just make that drive. I live in Hollywood. I don't even really want to talk to somebody who lives in Long Beach because I'm like, bruh, that's like a 45-minute drive.
Listen, and I never thought that I'd say this, that I'll be the voice for long distance relationships. I know a couple of people right now who are in long distance relationships and they love it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard and frustrating as you can imagine. Okay, I have two couples, and on one side, one of them is married. Shout out to them. And then on the other side, one of them just met through podcasting and got into relationship. Yeah, they got into that. And I always pick their brains. I know it's hard, you know, but it's feasible. It can be done if you got that mindset where, look, this woman or this man is worth it. I'm going to put everything I got into them because they're worth it. They're worth it. I can get plenty of people where I'm at. It's plenty of dudes. It's plenty of females right here with me, but that's my person.
Right.
That's who I want. And if you got that mind frame, because I did not have this mind frame back then, 2 relationships, it was draining. It really hurt me to have to do all this and have to go from one house and see one set of kids, then go to the other house and see another set of kids. That shit was draining. That took a lot out of me, you know. Took a lot. It hurt.
Hell, let's be real, lying is draining. To have to lie to a person that you say that you love has to be draining as hell.
Yeah, because some days I will have to decide, all right, which one of them is going to take me to the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? So that means I got to spend a little bit more time with this one before, because this one is getting on the bus. So I got to, you know what I'm saying, explain to her why she can't go to the bus stop with me and all this other shit.
Shit that you just got to really like,
I was just toxic.
I don't feel like it. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I was toxic. But long distance relationships, there are ways you could date. You could do the whole FaceTime and y'all sit at the table and you eating a meal and they eating a meal and y'all talking about y'all
can do like a little Hello Fresh where y'all order like the same cook, prepare the meal together. I mean, there are a lot of things you could do.
But now long distance relationships are hard. I can give you all the good stuff, but it's hard because your mind is forever gonna wonder, damn, they ain't answering the phone. Who they with? Why you ain't been answering the phone? What you been doing? You say you sleep. It ain't like you could pull up on a motherfucker when they ain't answering their phone. That be the hardest shit in the world. Listen, I was with this chick, and then one day I called her phone, and some dude picked up.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, yo, who this? Why you calling my girl? I said, yo girl. He said, man, listen, this ain't your girl no more, dog. I just put her to sleep. It's over with, dog. Like, don't even call
Oh,
no more. Ooh.
oh,
And so a couple hours
just put
later,
it to sleep.
she called me back, and I was just like, why you just didn't say that from the jump that you couldn't deal with it? Because she couldn't deal with it. It was too much for me to see her only on weekends. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you try to make that quality time good. And I ain't gonna lie, I really liked her. It broke my heart and you know, even though she said dude went through her phone, the point of it matter is you still had a dude here.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying?
that
Him
does not
answering
negate
the
the fact that
phone,
your ass just got put to sleep, sis.
yeah. Him answering the phone ain't the issue because
He just
him
put your
being
head
there is
through the
the
fucking
issue.
headboard.
Yeah. So, you know, it's crazy because he felt real comfortable picking up that phone, whether you was asleep or not. He felt real comfortable. So that was in my mind. It was like, yo, this is the last long distance relationship I'm gonna do. All the money I spent, all the gifts I sent, all them long trips I made. Man, do you
I get
understand?
it. I
Like,
get it.
like it turned me off completely from relationships. It turned me off from long distance relationship. If I can't see you, if I can't be around you, if I can't, you know what I'm saying, pull up in the morning before you get ready to go to work, and you know, maybe I just want to walk you to your car. Maybe I just want to, you know, do
Listen,
small, simple shit like that because that's what's important. But I again, at that moment in my life, I felt like, yo, this is the space that I need because I have no distractions. Because now I even though I want to be around you, I feel like if I be around you all day, I'm gonna lose focus on what we're trying to do here.
and see, I don't have that problem. Like, I'm still gonna go and do all the things that I have to do. I'm the type that's like, yo, I will literally have been at work all day. I will literally have just finished a 3 hour class, and then
Mm,
I'll come see you after. I'm still gonna get all the shit that I gotta get done. But it's something about having somebody in your corner that kind of makes getting that shit done just a little bit
yeah,
easier. Cause let's be real. I don't care how much you love your job. I don't care how much you love what you're studying. All that shit is stressful as fuck. So
yeah,
sometimes just having that person that's there, like, no, dog, we don't even have to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
yeah.
just having you here and like being in my presence. I don't care if it's for 3 hours, 1 hour. Sometimes you just might want that pick me up real quick. But for me, like, I've done the long distance thing, but I was burning my fucking car up between North Carolina and fucking
Fact,
Baltimore. I was burning that shit up. I had a Mercury
fact.
Stable at the time. I was
But
burning it.
you see, I had a life here and a life there, so I felt like I had best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? But again, with the long distance thing, you got to have the stomach for it. You
Yeah,
have
and you
to.
gotta love the fuck out of the person that you with
Hell
because
fucking yeah. Because there are some days that you walk around and you be like, damn, a new movie finna come out. I wish I had my lady here. Or
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You go out in public and you see all the little couples dating and
yeah.
stuff like that. But I feel like the long distance shit is going to probably keep a lot of arguments down. It's gonna keep a lot of things down because
Unless you're dealing with an insecure person, because then their mind is, or someone who feels like they need constant reassurance, and the other person is like, "I'm super busy. You know, I love you." It can cause a lot of problems depending upon where people are in their growth and development and their emotional maturity. Because if you're
so
someone who's insecure and constantly like, "I called you, I text you, and you weren't answering," you can drive
facts.
yourself crazy.
Because now, yeah. And then now it's like, damn, I gotta hurry up and make a trip. I got to. That was me.
But that might fuck up the other person too. Because they're like, yo, I didn't realize you were this fucking insecure. Like that might even turn them off. Like you don't trust me.
You start to get a certain uncertainty about what are y'all doing, what y'all got going on.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
it's like,
know
well, damn, are you accusing me because you doing something? Like what the fuck is going on?
yep. Because the
A lot of
longer you
shit.
apart, the more that uncertain feeling goes. Like,
Yep, your mind starts
damn,
wandering and
damn.
shit.
Why am I doing this? I'm not a unattractive person. Why am I going through this? Why are we like this? What's happening? So,
I want to hear some stories of some successful. I think there is one. What's the black? Have you watched that show called I've never even watched the damn show. What's that show? About the school, Abbott Elementary. The black
that's
woman.
my
I think
show.
she plays. Yeah, so the older black woman. She's been married for a really, really long time, and her husband just moved in together for like the first time in like I want to say like 19 or 20 years because of their
Yeah.
career. I think he's like a politician, And of course, she's like an actress. And so they've literally done the back and forth thing for like 20 years, but it worked for them. And I think personally, I don't shame any couple because at the end of the day, it's about what works for you and your partner. That's it.
I think if you both active and you both busy, you will have less time to miss each other. But if you just sitting around doing nothing, of course you're gonna miss that person a little bit more and get upset when they're too busy for you. But this is what you signed up for.
You got to be equally busy. You know what I'm saying? Like equally ambitious.
It's always crucial to have something to look forward to. Like, man, I can't wait till this weekend. I know it's been rough. It's our time. This weekend is going down. The kids is gonna be gone. Man, we gonna get that quality time. But then it's like reality sets in because now you steady watching the clock. Like I said earlier, you steady watching the clock. You steady wondering, like, damn, man, why can't I get another day? You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations.
Oh, the anxiety of having to leave.
Yep, you spend more time worrying about it being over instead of actually enjoying it. So what I recommend with long distance relationship, when you get that time with that partner, enjoy it.
Yes, don't
worry about what's going to happen tomorrow or when you get back on that flight. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the moment now.
Hell, turn the clocks off.
Here's another tip. Be slow to judge. Things happen. Things happen in people's lives. They're always not going to be able to answer every single phone, every single FaceTime, every single text. Be slow to judge. Give grace. Give an understanding.
Like that patience is really important. But we're not talking about you in 2 days without texting her back or nothing crazy like that.
No, I ain't talking about 2 days.
You know what I mean? Within reason, people. Because you gotta say it because some people be on some.
You gotta have that communication open. You know what I'm saying? Some people, like you said earlier, need that reassurance. So if we are in a long distance relationship and you go ghost 2, 3, 4 days out at a time, I'm gonna judge and assume that somebody is over there fucking you because ain't no fucking way, dog. Like an hour, a couple hours, you don't respond, cool. You at work, you with the kids, you podcasting, you doing something. 2, 3 days, I ain't heard from you. You ain't returning calls. If you got an iPhone and that text say red and you ain't responded. Oh, you must want me to make a trip.
And look, and I don't even care because everybody turns their red receipts off now anyway. So, Negro, I know you got my damn text. I don't care if that should say delivered, I know you got my shit.
This way y'all gonna hate me though. Make communication optional. It's not mandatory. Like with long distance relationships, there are going to be some times where you have to give that person space even still, because some people, like I said, some people don't have the mind to deal with long distance. So it's a little bit of an adjustment period. It is. People get busy, having a few days to yourself is actually healthy. Just because we long distance don't mean I have to talk to you 24/7.
No, but does that mean that you have a check-in daily? Like, again, these are things that you and your partner have to discuss.
Yeah. Hey, I'm fine. You gotta let them know you all right.
Morning, I'm all right. You good? How was your day? Whatever, Good night. I don't know, shit.
Yeah. Good morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was so cold with it though. You'll get a good morning text. I'll make that text. I'll make you feel like the most important special person in the world.
You know what? Fuck some good morning text.
You wouldn't hear again me from again until it was time to go to bed. Plain and simple. But I did my part. I did my part. I let you know that you were the first thing I thought about when I woke up, and you was the last thing I thought about in the day. Now, what happens in the middle of that? Only God knows. God damn it. But
oh my gosh.
First and last thought go to you. It's a bunch of other shit in between that, but first and last thoughts go to you.
And women are going to be happy because they feel like, oh, he thought of me first. He thought of me last.
Don't ever force communication. That's a part of the option. Don't ever force it, because the first is when you hit them days where you don't have much to talk about, because we talk every day, all day. We're talking, we're talking. So now you hit a stale point because we done talked about everything. So sometimes it's cool to let the conversations build up. Like, all right, cool. I ain't talked to you today, but let me tell you what's happened the last couple days since I ain't talked to you. The
Right
last
now,
few
you got
hours
to
since I
catch
ain't
up a
talked.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then you force people to become resent. They resent because they feel like it's an obligation for them to respond every time. You know how them crazy dudes and women are. You got to respond to every text, or they get mad and make you feel guilty for not wanting to answer their calls. Like, damn, why you don't answer for me? What, you ain't really trying to do
That
this? You
doesn't
ain't
feel
really
good.
trying.
But I don't know. For me, I don't know, because I feel like my person should be the person that responds to my text. Like, everybody else can get ignored, but
Facts.
I should be the one person that does not get fucking ignored. Like,
Facts.
again, you could be busy, you can hit me later, but I'm sorry, if you're the person that's coming inside of me, I feel like I should get a fucking response.
Facts.
Like,
and we talked a little bit about this, but you got to make sure the distance is temporary. I'm not being long
what is the
distance
end
with you for
game?
2 years. It ain't gonna happen.
No,
All right, we
no.
got a cap on this shit. The most I'm gonna give you is 6 months. All right.
Oh wow, I thought you were gonna say a year.
No, I'm gonna give you 6 months, and then we better be working towards what exactly is we're doing here. I'm not waiting a year, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not.
same.
I'm not doing it. Like,
Look, I told you, Long Beach is far from me, so
Mm.
I need you within like a 25-minute drive.
Facts.
Traffic is a bitch in LA, and
Now,
I don't like it. Okay.
here is where I might catch some more flack, but I gotta say this: hall passes work. Okay,
Ooh.
if you want to maintain that relationship, whatever reason that is impossible for y'all to be around each other, hall passes work, and that works both ways.
Subject of hall passes. Do you? And this is a little maybe off topic. Do you consider cheating if a woman sleeps with another woman?
No.
Okay, I was asking.
I'm just mad that I ain't there for it. Like, what are you doing? And actually, this is where it's gonna get real sticky for me, because I don't mind my lady dealing with another lady when if we doing long distance. That's the rule. That's the ground rule for me. It can only be ladies. It can only be ladies. You can't deal with no dudes. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, because if a dude texts me and be like, now in this day and age, yeah, bro, I just put her to sleep, bro. But you have people who know they spouses side pieces by name and everything about them. Like, I'm not never doing that. We'll never go that way.
I'm never doing that.
Like, yeah, bro, man, yeah, she sleep, bro. You want me to wake her up? Nah, bro,
Hell
I'm cool.
no.
I'll catch you. I'll catch you. Tell her to call me when she get up. All right, dog, stay up. No.
I'm way too stingy for that personally. I don't even want to know the date and time that you're with somebody else. Like, I just the way that I'm such an overthinker, I would lose it. I couldn't. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think it's just one of them things, man. Listen, you gotta have the heart for that shit. Like, me, knowing me, I like to fuck, or politically correct. Politically correct. I like to have relations. I can't be having relations every 2 weeks and acting like that shit is cool and it's normal for me. No, like, I'm not doing that shit. So the old me, yeah, I'm gonna tell you all the sweet nothings. I'm gonna whip you up dreams and sell it. I could sell you a bridge, and you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got the land for it, but I can sell it to you and you'll want to buy it. But no, I'm not in the mood to hurt people, because, like I said, them 2 relationships hurt me because, you know, I was wearing myself out too thin. You know, I was a victim here. You know,
so that's a bit of a stretch, but
so it's like I can't really, you know, navigate like. Yeah, I can't navigate like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't young. Back in them days, I was young. Hell yeah. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Hell yeah. But now, as I get older, it's like, settle down. Find one, just one. Make it work. Doesn't matter about the distance. If there's a will, there's a way. You could do it. You could make it happen. Get on that bus. Go there. Get there. Go there. Like, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much. And it'll never replace, you know, having someone there at 25 25 minutes, like you said, they're there, you're there. So that's important. I think people think long distance relationships are bad. I used to feel that way, but I've been there though. Like I've done that. I'm not doing it in 2024. It just ain't gonna happen. Maybe 2025, maybe.
Nope.
But this day and age, I'm not doing that shit. I love it. I mean, it gives you a peace of mind. It gives you something to look forward to. But with the way that I am, I need to be in your face. I'm clingy.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been in a situationship for almost 2 years now, and I've been fine with that in some ways, just because after being married for 10 years, I was kind of like, all right, I need to like really get my own shit together. But I feel like by the end of this year, I'm not gonna want to be in a situationship anymore. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm ready to either figure out what are we doing next.
Yep.
Or let's just go ahead and dead this. Even though we've said we were gonna dead it a million times. And have not, but I think I've again allowed it because I knew where I was. Like, you know, there's this emotional side of you that's like, no, I want to be with you right now. But then that logical side kind of creeps in. You're like, you're not actually really ready to be in a full-blown relationship. So I've kind of been in that gray space, you know, like I'm not ready emotionally. Yes, I love the fuck out of you. I want to be with you. But with all the other shit I'm trying to finish getting together, like I know I'm not quite there yet. But yeah. Come by the end of this year,
I'm not waiting around on the phone all day. And we can only do sexting and phone sex and shit so many times before I want the real thing. So I'm not doing this shit. Like,
nope, I'm not
you know what I'm saying? Either you reciprocate, you come here, and it has to be more than one-sided. One person should not be making all the effort, all the traveling.
Yeah, I'm not saying all the trips. Like, I feel like it should be every other, you know.
I feel like we should both be traveling.
Yeah, every other time.
If I can take off time to get to you, you could take off time to get to me. Goddamn it, I'm not going to be the only one. No. Like it's cool if we even meet somewhere in the fucking middle.
Yep, get a room, explore.
8 hour trip. Something. I come 4 hours, you come 4 hours. Boom.
Super cute.
We here 4 hours. We ain't. It ain't too much on either one of us because. Them 8 hour rides for me, them 6 hour rides for me was a lot. But at the end of the day, when you're running off that motherfucker and you're seeing who you've been waiting to see, man, that's the greatest fucking feeling in the world. You know what I'm saying? So you got to enjoy that shit. And I be trying to tell everybody, man, take the time to enjoy. Life is too short. If that's your person, go get them. Yep. Go get them.
Yep.
Straight up. Go get them.
But I think, too, be careful with the long distance thing because you don't ever want to feel like, and this I think on the flip side of, say you leave your town or wherever you're leaving, or you give up your career to go move, you know, and then the relationship doesn't work out, and now you're like, oh, I made a mistake moving here. I think you really got to know, and I'm just saying, just be careful in general because you know when you upending your whole life for a person, make sure it's somebody that's actually worth upending your life for, and that y'all have the same end goals and like end game. In mind, because you don't want to, you know, you want to get married, you move to a new state for somebody that's like, y'all 6 years later, he's still somebody who don't want to get married. You just wasted 6 years out of your life. So just be very careful and have those conversations. Ooh. I think that's the biggest thing is talk to your partner.
I ain't gonna lie, you waste my time, I'm going to get your best friend.
Even personal as fuck. I want your best friend.
Like real talk. If you have me waiting around thinking that we gonna establish something and you playing in my face, or you got, you know, cause you got other relationships and things like that, and you wasting my time, I want your best friend now. Even better yet, I want your sister if she look like you. I want your sister. Hell, I might even want your mama if that's the case, because
you done for the night. You're done. You're on timeout.
But no. All bullshit aside, man. Listen, you gotta have, man. It takes a lot because, again, sometimes you just want that person. But like I said earlier, if there's a will, there's a way. You'll make it work. You will make it work, and it will be beautiful, however you see fit. But you have to have the effort. And I know sometimes it can be hard. Long distance relationships are very hard. They're hard. Like, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of money.
Yep.
Don't forget that.
Yep.
Because you sending roses, you sending flowers, you sending gifts, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. You always traveling. You always on the go. That shit costs money. So just
Even if
remember
you
that.
flying somebody out, shit, that's just a nuisance too. Like I don't want to be at the airport every other weekend. Like that's a lot. That can get annoying. That kind of takes the joy to me away from traveling.
Facts.
If I do this shit all the time, now I'm getting irritated. I don't feel like it. I want to be home. I want to be rolling
Facts.
up my grass in my bed,
Mm-hmm.
watching my goddamn Bridgerton for the 100th time. Like I don't feel like being on no damn flight.
For sure.
You know?
All right, man. Listen, look, in closing, I just want to say that long distance relationships can work if you want
Absolutely.
them to. If you don't want them to, don't do it. Don't lead somebody on until, yeah, I can handle this.
Yeah.
And you really can't. You know, don't sell a dream. Just be honest. Listen, I want to get up with you, come fuck on you, and let that be the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't sell them a dream of, yeah, we could really do this. I believe it and I understand it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because that's a lie. And now people, you know, you got to ease their mind already. So, you know, but if you do want a long distance relationship, just say that.
Right.
But also later line, like, listen, I'm gonna have other women. I'm not gonna be serious with them. I'm gonna have other dudes. I'm not gonna be serious with them. But I really want this to work. So we'll see where we are. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put all your eggs in a basket. You give yourself to somebody for 6 months and they're not as serious. Now you ready to fuck some shit up. So establish some boundaries, some guide rules, and go from there. Shit.
Yeah. Conversation.
All right.
That's it.
You got some closing thoughts?
I mean, honestly, the same thing. I think you got to have that line of communication open and be honest with yourself. We got to start there because I think a lot of times people don't intentionally lie or intentionally hurt someone else. Sometimes you lie to yourself or you gas yourself up so much that you think that you can handle something, or maybe you love someone so much that you think that you can handle it. Be very honest with what your needs are, because if your needs are not being met, that's the quickest and easiest way to go in the wrong direction. So make sure you're honest with yourself, because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with your partner, and have the hard conversations. That's it.
Fact. All right, listen, y'all. Y'all already know what this is. This is the second episode. Listen, we are on Spotify. We are on Apple Music. For the most part, man, I really need y'all to go tap in with us. We're on Instagram. Explanation Loading 2024. We got the YouTube page coming up because I'm gonna definitely start putting these visuals out. Y'all know we've been promoting heavy. We're gonna keep promoting. Shout out to everybody that hit me up and said, man, they love this. They love this version of what we're doing, because this has always been something I wanted to do, and just working with Nira has always been super dope. So we're gonna keep pushing, man. I really need y'all to keep running the numbers up, keep telling your friends. If you never heard Big Smash before, I'm in rare form. I told motherfuckers that this was gonna be my time. Like, this is going to be what we're doing. So shout out to everybody out there that has listened. Keep running them up, because y'all gonna make us keep doing this shit. Like, we already gonna keep doing it, but it feels good when the people is paying attention. So we gonna keep doing that. Nira, let everybody know where they can find you at. You know what I'm saying?
Find me on Instagram at Nira_the_queen. Yes, follow me on Instagram. I do have a Queen Talks to Nira page if you find it, but I got hacked, so don't follow it. So yeah.
There you go. There you go. Listen, next week, good people, episode 3, we're going to talk about something that Nira probably has a lot of experience with, the friend zone. Okay? All right? I'm pretty sure you have put a lot of people in the friend zone. So next week,
10, 30, 50.
Next week, y'all, we're going to talk about the friend zone. And we're going to explain why Big Smash doesn't believe in the friend zone. So I'm telling you that now. I'll explain that next week, because I don't believe in that shit. You're not going to friend zone me and I'm going to be cool. You friend zone me, we aren't friends. But I digress. I will see you good people next week. Nira will see y'all next week. We're going to try to get Rose in the building. I can't wait for that, because that seems like the conversation she will enjoy. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to everybody that's doing that thing out here. Man, listen, run this shit up. We need y'all.
Absolutely.
Y'all already know what it is. See y'all when I see y'all.
Thanks for listening to I'll Explain All This Later. Please like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And join us again next time for more outlandish takes on relationships and the dating life.